The Windows of Main Street. Mr. Cheesy Pop. Hey everyone, it's Max. Today, I want to take you guys on a little window tour of Main Street, USA here in Disneyland. There's many windows all along Main Street, USA, that are dedicated to important people within the Walt Disney Company. I can't show all of them to you in one video because there's so many, but I wanted to highlight some of them. And we're gonna start right here when you walk in to Disneyland on the right side above the Disneyana gift shop. So right here above the Disneyana gift shop is this window dedicated to Frank G. Wells. And Frank Wells was the CEO of Disney. And you see it says 7 Summits Expeditions. He was actually an active mountain climber. Let's move right down here to Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, of course, the Opera House. And if you look to the window to the right here, you'll see it says something about Main Street Electrical Parade. And there you go. Main Street Electrical Parade, and you see the name is Robert F. Janney, Master Showman. That's the creator of the Main Street Electrical Parade. The other window to the left of the Opera House is for Bill Evans. See, this window says Evans Gardens Freeway Collections. Morgan Bill Evans. Freeway Collections, what? So Bill Evans was actually the original landscaper of Disneyland. And the Freeway Collections refers to when they would go and collect the trees from the 5 freeway. They were bulldozing that whole area to create the 5 freeway, which is how you get here to Disneyland. And they would go and take those trees that they were bulldozing away so they could use to plant in Disneyland. Amazing. So we'll continue along just in a line here, and this is Blaine Gibson. He actually was a sculptor who made the partner statue. Over here is Milt Albright. He was a manager of Holidayland, among other things here. He just did a lot. That's why it says no job too big, no job too small. And then over here you have ex atencio, lyrics and librettos, right? Yeah. And this is because, well, he was an Imagineer, but he also worked on so many other things. Ex atencio actually wrote the lyrics to Yo-Ho, A Pirate's Life for Me. Pretty incredible history just in those few windows right there. That just shows you how many people are so important to this company. What I want to do now, I'm just going to walk across the way and let's check out City Hall before we actually go down Main Street. One of the most important windows is right here. This is Marty Sklar. That says, if it can be dreamed, it can be done. It's in Latin up there, but that's what that says. And he was just one of the most important people in the Disney company. He served many roles, vice president, vice chairman, and principal creative of the company. So none of this is possible without him. He's that important. On the other side of City Hall, you've got honorary mayor of Disneyland, J.V. Lindquist, jack of all trades, master of fun. He was a Disney publicist who actually became the president of Disneyland. Right over here in the corner, we've got Charles Boyer, master illustrator, which he really was. His style was very Norman Rockwell-esque. Right here, Harriet Burns, handmade miniatures, it says, and she was responsible for dressing like tiki room birds, things like that. Incredible. And then over here you've got Claude Coates. He's in this other window here with Big and Tall because he was 6'6". Claude was one of the originals at WED. Worked on many things like Haunted Mansion, Pirates. Very important. All right, now let's head a little bit down Main Street. Above the Emporium, as you walk down on the left-hand side, is someone I would say is very important. That's Elias Disney. So Elias Disney was, of course, Walt's father, and he actually was a general contractor who opened his contracting practice in 1895. A little bit across the way, above the magic shop, we got Tony Baxter in this window. Tony Baxter, big stuff. Big Thunder, Splash, Star Tours, executive producer of Disneyland Paris. And that's just a few things that he's done, but right there, imagination is at the heart of our creations, which of course is a nod to Figment. That's right, Figment. The other window here is Roger Brogy, the first Imagineer. And that's why it says advisor to the Magic Makers. He helped Walt actually build the Carolwood Pacific Railroad. This is just another reason why Disney parks are so special, because they honor their legends. I mean, it's just such a neat touch that they decided to do here. Speaking of really neat, we're coming upon the only married couple to actually have their windows. Look at this, Mark and Alice Davis. So Mark Davis is one of the 9 old men. Worked on Maleficent, Sleeping Beauty, Cruella. I mean, it's amazing stuff. Many attractions. And his wife here, Alice, best known for, of course, costuming. You can see up there it says Small World Costume Co. And that's because she is responsible for the costumes on the Small World. We love this because this one's dedicated to the cast members. And it's got Walt's name on it. And it takes people to make the dream a reality, and that is the truth. None of this happens without the cast members. And to those of you that are cast members that are watching this, thank you. Awesome. I want to take you over here above Market House. Here it says Orange Grove, Ron Dominguez. He was the executive vice president, actually, but he started working at Disneyland when it opened. And the reason it says Orange Grove. So the Dominguez family actually lived in an orange grove that now sits in like New Orleans Square area. And that's what this is in reference to. And there's actually a palm tree called the Dominguez palm that you can still see that they took from the property, planted it in the Jungle Cruise area. It's amazing. So that's their little nod to the Dominguez family. So we're back over here in Main Street, this area back here. And up here it says Bill Justice, who designed many of our parades, floats, and as it says, parade illuminations. You can imagine what he did. Some of the windows makes it pretty clear, like, oh yeah, okay, they did this. And others you have to like be like, huh? Like the window for our Disney legend Bob Gurr over here, which says, our vehicles pass the test of time. And if you know about Bob Gurr, you know that he is responsible for many of the vehicles in Disneyland. So if you look at that and you see like our vehicles pass the test of time, you're like, well, he's probably something to do with transportation, right? And so that's just so, they're just so good here. So you see where we are now in Disneyland. We've only gotten to right over here at Disney Clothiers, and there's so many. I mean, there's so many windows that I haven't even gotten to. So there's just a lot. This is definitely a series, I think. It's definitely a series. All right, so above here, Jim Cora. Now, why is it global exports and expats? Because Jim Cora was president of Disney International, became really involved in the Disneyland of overseas. So all the Disney parks overseas, that's what his specialty was. So that's why we got specializing in land and sea. It's great. Right across the way, we got a big guy, Wally Bogue, and his says theatrical agency. Now, Wally was actually the original Picos Bill in Golden Horseshoe Review. So you can see right there, Golden Vaudeville Routines. That makes a lot of sense for Wally. Let's head across the way here to Don Edgren, chief engineer, and he was the chief engineer on many construction sites like all of Walt Disney World and just a lot of attractions here. Engineer on New Orleans Square, Pirates. It's big. Speaking of really big, above the famous little porch is Rolly Crump. Rolly's a big deal. He worked with Walt on some of the original concepts of the Haunted Mansion when it was just going to be a walk-through museum, you know that? Yeah. They have them above the Palm Parlor, and also, you see here it says Bazaar. That's because he actually designed the Adventureland Bazaar. Yep. That's why it says that. Wow, we've made it all the way down here now. We're doing so well. But you can see just how many windows there actually are. But we've finally made it to the last couple of buildings here on Main Street. I mean, this is the last one right here, the Photo Supply Company across the street from Coca-Cola Refreshment Corner. So let's see what we got here at Photo Supply. Photo Supply? Well, you gotta have the official photographer of Disneyland, Rini Bardot. Of course you do. There's 3 legends on this one. Now, Herb Ryman drew that really famous sketch of Disneyland. Worked on many attractions. John Hench, same attractions. Ellen Shaw, incredible artists. I mean, each of these guys could get their own window. But if they're your teachers at art school, you're doing pretty well. Here's something I bet you didn't know. There's an actual creator of the souvenir maps at Disneyland, and that's Sam McKim. Yep. What does that say? Map maker to the kingdom? That's right. Sam McKim. Map maker to the kingdom. We're going to end it right here because we've reached the end of Main Street, USA. Now there's many windows I didn't show you in this video. So what does that mean? Do you want a part 2? Because I could come back another day and do that for you guys. But that was really fun, honestly, to see the people behind all of the magic and the reasons that we can all come here. It's all because of these people. Maybe some of you are even watching. I know we got cast members watching, so thank you guys. And thank you to every name that we saw on a window today. None of this is possible without you guys. Thank you guys at home for watching. Like, subscribe, check out my Patreon page. Have a magical day, everybody. Bye.